Hello wonderful people, today I'm going to be doing a DIY embroidered kitchen towel. I have these, I got them from Walmart, they were fairly cheap, so I'm going to take them out of the pack. This one's really wrinkled, so I do recommend that you press it just so it's nice and flat. I might actually take this big chunky tag off while I'm at it. I have some self-adhesive tearaway embroidery. I like to use this because it sticks to the towel. So anything that I'll be using today, I'm going to be putting in that description box down below. Obviously, there'll be a small commission if you decide to buy something because they are Amazon links. I am going to be using the biggest hoop that comes with my Altair, which is the 9.5 inches by 14 inches. I had to check then. Another thing is when you're looking at getting a self-adhesive tearaway embroidery stabilizer, I recommend that you go the 15-inch width just so it goes all the way across. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but I kind of like it to go all in the hoop really. I also like to put my little labels back on my stabilizer just so I know which one is which. I don't know why they've done it like two paper sides on this this self-adhesive tearaway. It's kind of annoying. You have to kind of check which side is your sticky side before you put it on. Okie smokies. What we're going to do is get a little pin and you were going to score it slightly. And then what you should be able to do is use that pin to pull back the paper. You don't want to go all the way through because you don't want to cut the sticky. Now we have our sticky and we can put our towel into place. That towel is stuck into place and he ain't moving. So I'm going to, what I should have done is found my center. And then I'm going to, oh dear. Oh well, there you go. So there's my center. Gonna put a clip right there. Oh, it is kind of like really well placed, that, isn't it? Try and make sure that the towel is straight. My embroidery machine comes with this little placement sticker, so I'm gonna put this down here. So that is going to be the bottom of my design where the snowman is at the bottom here. So I will use my perfect placement in a second after I've done the design. The first thing that I want to do is go into IQ Designer and I want to bring it in as a line drawing because what I've done on Facebook group is provided you with this line drawing. So it's currently called Floppy Ear Bunny, but it's going to be called whatever this video is going to be called. So I'm going to press set. So that brings in my line drawing and I can actually make that smaller if I want to, but it's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to press OK. Then I'm going to press OK again and set it. So right now, this is currently a satin stitch. So I'm going to change the stitch just to a, no, actually, I'll keep it as a satin stitch. I'm going to change it to pink and I'm just going to increase it here. And I'm going to press on this bucket and then I'm going to press on the rabbit ear. Another thing that I want to do is reduce that background noise because it's showing me still my drawing here. So I'm just going to decrease that. So there you go. Later on, I can change the density of that satin stitch. The next thing I want to do is create a fill. So I want to bring a fill in and I'm not quite sure. Do I want to bring it in as a fill like this and select or just a solid fill? I think I just want a solid fill today. So I am just going to leave that on like that. And then I'm going to press pink. Okay. And then we're just going to fill the inside of that bunny. So if you tap anywhere inside of the bunny, it will fill it. Okay, so now that we have got everything complete here, I am going to press the next button. And then this is where I can actually change how much I want density of that satin stitch. I can change the direction of my stitches. I can also change the pull compensation and the undersewing. I'm not going to actually change any of that. I'm just going to press next here. And then this gives me the opportunity to then make this bigger or smaller. And this is a zigzag stitch. I find I'm going to do it as 120 and press set. So I'm going to save this into IQ Designer. So if I want to actually change it, I can do later on. And then I am going to also save this into the memory of my embroidery side. So the first save is IQ Designer, second save is over in embroidery. So now I'm going to press home. So I brought in my line drawing from my USB file, and like I said, join my Facebook group if you would like that line drawing. And then I can now bring in everything to do with what I want to do on this embroidered towel. So I'm going to bring in my bunny and I'm going to press set, but I don't want it to be absolutely huge. So we need to change the size. This is just with regular stitches how you see it, but if you actually press this button here, it'll change the stitches and recalculate them so it's not deformed or anything. So see how low it lets me go. So that's a nice little size, isn't it? 2 inch by 1 inch. But first things first, I'm going to move this out of the way and I'm going to press OK. And I'm going to add, because I want to start adding some words. When it comes to embroidery, have a think about how you put in all of your words down. Don't just do your picture and just words underneath. Just think about it like you're a graphics designer and move some of them words around, change the text, have a little fun with it. So I really do like this particular text and I am going to start to put my words in. So I'm going to do it all in medium because I can manipulate all the sizes later on. And I'm set that. And then I'm going to go back in and add more letters. And then a set. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? I'm going to undo that. I'm going to go add. I'm just going to make sure at the start, I am going to make sure that all them letterings are all in medium. So set that. And then I'm going to do add and again that. Oh, delete, 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 L, change to medium, and then carry on. Add. And then add again. And then do all of my words again. There you go. Now we have all of these different words and my bunny, and I can start putting the words around my bunny how I want it. So, and I don't just want it just underneath because it's just so boring. Move. So I'm going to position him in the center and then I'm going to start moving all of my words around. Another thing I'm going to do is, so press OK, and I'm going to put this in my memory because I don't want all of my hard work going. So you can just move all the lettering around and do it exactly how you want it. And then what I'm going to do is I want a heart. So I'm going to go into IQ Designer. I'm going to press on my my shapes there, and I've got the heart here, so okay. And I want it in satin stitch, and I'm going to fill with pink. I can change all these colours later, it really doesn't matter. There you go. And next, and then again I've got all of these settings. I'm going to change this one because I like a bigger satin stitch, if I'm honest. Set. And then we're going to put that into IQ Designer just in case we need it. We're going to preview it. I'm going to put that onto memory. There we go. Then go back to home again. I'm going to go back into IQ Designer because I do need to change the size of that heart. So here we go. We're going to open it up. There we go. I need to change the size of him. Go all the way down. When it comes to the size of your hearts, get quite small with them because they will look overpowering otherwise. So I am going to press next. And then I'm going to also change the density of this stitch because that's a little bit overpowering now because it's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to press set, save it into the IQ Designer, preview. So that's a little bit better, and I'm going to press memory, and there we go. And I'm going to go back into embroidery, and I'm going to start adding all them things in again. So that was our previous heart. This is a new one. So we're going to do that and set, and then we're going to add, and then take that smaller heart, set. And then we can still make it smaller even on this screen. So that's a little bit better. Do you know what? I'm going to put one right on his tail, and then okay, and then add, and I'm going to do another couple. So what I'm trying to do with my design, I'm trying to make it like a square so it looks good in the design because you want it to look balanced. There we go. And I'm going to put another heart just underneath. Add. I could have duplicated that. Let's return. I've got that selected, added, and then duplicate, and then you can just bring that down and then rotate that the other way. Might change these sizes a little bit. So like I said, you're just going to play about with it. And make it how you want it to be. Rotate. Oh, too much. That way. No, we want to go the other way. There we go. Doesn't that look cute? So next thing, I swear you could play with it all day. But you have to become committed eventually. There we go. And shall I change the colours here so we can have it looking a bit like how we're going to stitch it out? Actually, I'm going to change this all to teal. My kitchen is teal and I'm doing this for my kitchen. So I'm just going to change everything to teal. Once I change everything, I will be back and you can see what it looks like when it's done. Then we're done messing with it and we can just press OK. And then I'm going to press embroidery. I'm committed now, committed. So next thing I want to do is make sure the position is okay on my towel. So I'm going to press IQ positioning on my iPad, and this is going to help me with positioning everything perfectly. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to go to advanced at the bottom here. And then this is where it gives me the option to do it with my snowman sticker. So I'm going to press OK. And now what I have to do is take a photograph, and these little markers here and here reference what I have to take a picture of. So I will just do that. So this is what it looks like in my screen. So I'm going to send that over to my Altair 2. Okie dokie. Then on the screen, it's going to tell me that the image was sent to my mobile app. So okie dokie. And I need to attach the frame because it needs to know like the positioning. You make sure that everything is out of its way. And there you go, it's going to position that right where the snowman is. So I'm just going to show you that close up. See the guide beam there? So it's a little bit off, but not totally. I know I don't have to take another picture because I just use these buttons here, and it's going to move the placement for me so I can land it right where that little dot is, and I'm getting there. Only does it slightly. See, now I've got it absolutely perfect. But do you see what I have a problem with right now? My design isn't the right way round, is it? I need to turn it. So let's go back to return, and I am going to group everything all together. So I'm going to group. Aim of the game is to get everybody all red. Everybody's all red, and then we are going to press OK. So I can do this as a group then. So I can move it. Group it all. And then I can put it in the direction I want it to be. There we go. So now I can see what my embroidered design looks like in relation to where my snowman is. And there you go. I think I'm going to have it right there. But before we embroider this, there's one more thing that we have to do. We have to put a topper over the top because this is like a toweling material, and we want to make sure that when we're stitching it out, it's pushing them stitches down, because if you don't use a topper, it's not going to look so great. Let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment box down below. Also, I've used them quite a lot, my little snowman, but you can reuse these. You don't have to keep throwing them in the garbage or anything. And I'm actually thinking of just using some double-sided tape just to make this even more reusable. Not quite sure why we've got this wonder clip here, but it's coming off. Okay, so there's two different types of water-soluble stabilizers. This one here is your topper. So this you will only use on the top of things like a fleece or fuzzy fibers, like maybe even velvet. So this helps to push them fibers down as you are embroidering over the top of this type of material. And the other water-soluble is the one that you actually put in the hoop. So I could have done this today as well, but to be honest with you, the sticky stuff actually, it doesn't like stay, it can be pulled out as well. So if you're using something like if you want to do like a freestanding lace or something like that, where you do actually have to have it completely washed out, this is the stuff that you'd be using. So we have the topper, and I'm just going to put it over the top of my kitchen towel. I've got a little bit of my sticky still at the bottom, so I've attached it to that. And I'm going to use a couple of strips of masking tape just to hold it into place. Just an FYI, this stuff does move and crinkle up and that. Just don't worry about that. It really, don't lose sleep over it. It's good. One last check before we start. Our kitchen towel is nicely folded to one side, out of the way. It's all ready to go here. I just need to thread the machine. And then also the design is the right way round to how we want it to stitch out. So just make sure them checks are done and you're ready to go. I'm going to press embroider on my machine, and the first stitch out is the pink. Go ahead and thread your machine. And start stitching your design out. So this is what the design looks like. We're just going to take that away. Another way you can take all this off is to put this some warm water in like a spray bottle like this, and then you can spray. I am literally just going to wait to put this in the wash for the rest of it to come out. It's fine. Then I'm just going to slowly tear this away. And look, it's really hard to see any of the paper on the back. And if there is some, you can just take a seam ripper and just take some of these out. They'll just pull out. I hope you've enjoyed this DIY embroidered kitchen towel, and it's going to make perfect gifts for the home. And if you have enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. It really helps my channel when you guys do that. And like. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.